Hello everybody, welcome to the inaugural edition of Community Talks. Without further ado, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land where we are gathered today, and also to pay my respect to their elders, past, present, and future, for giving us the opportunity to be here today. And lest I forget, the patriots who fought tooth and nail to ensure the safety, security, and sovereignty of our land, Australia. And also to say a very big thank you to the frontline healthcare workers who gave it everything to ensure that the Hydra-headed monster that caused the pandemic has been unable to inundate and overwhelm our healthcare system. My name is Tony Aderemi Adedipupo, and I'm your host for today's episode of Community Talks. Community Talks is a community engagement program which aims to create a platform for people of multicultural, diverse background so as to enable them express themselves and elaborate further on the most pressing issues affecting their communities, and also to advise various governmental parastatals on what to do and how to ameliorate their pains. I want us to sit back, relax, and enjoy the first two documentaries we've compiled for you tonight. Thank you. Amiable Dr. Kose here, and he's got some of his cuneiform writing for us to have a look at, inspect, and understand what cuneiform writing is all about. So I have to go back to one of your notions. Say, Egypt is part of the Middle East.
Yeah.
The last time I checked my map, the World Atlas, I figured out that Egypt is in Africa, and it has no connection with Middle East. And there's a huge civilization in Egypt that superseded all other civilization, as we can see with the Great Pyramid of Khufu. There is none of such in the Tigris and the Euphrates, and there is something similar to that in South America with the Inca civilization. And but there is none of such in Mesopotamia. But when we look at the Sumerian text, it's talked about the Epic of Gilgamesh. And it also said some things about Nebuchadnezzar, who developed Babylon. Is it called the Flying Garden or something? But what is the relevance of all of these in ancient civilization?
It's cool. You have a good information, by the way, about the Middle Age civilization. So the first law in the world in Mesopotamia, in the period of Hammurabi, in 1992 and 1995, this is BC, before Christ. The one of amazing law. This is for Hammurabi. The law in 1928, because Hammurabi have 228 law. So one of these, this one, I can read and translate. Look what is the amazing information and law in this tablet, this copy of tablet. So, and the first, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line, and every line have a sign, and I try to translate if you have time.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
You got time.
Yeah, so at the beginning they say, if in Babylonian language, Shumma. I will read in Babylonian language and then I translate in English. So, Shumma awilum, ikhuzma ashatam, riksa tisha, la ushkun, la ukhuzma. So, I will translate. So, Shumma, this is if. The law start with if, mean like that's the law. If. So, we need to answer. What's the if? If the man. So, Shumma awilum, if a man try to marry or had relationship with any woman. So, this relationship, we need to be serious. don't be joke with the feeling of women. Don't broke heart for women. So this is why I said Mesopotamian. So by the way, in Egypt we cannot find the law. There is no law in Egypt civilization. No laws.
I'll leave that conversation
Yes.
for another time because according to my research,
Yeah.
there are heaps of law
Yeah.
laid down by Pharaoh Khufu, by Akhenaten,
Yeah.
by Imhotep,
Yes.
and by the father of medicine. So I'll leave that for another day.
Yeah.
So I want us to understand that we've got few people who can decipher the Sumerian text, and we are lucky here in Australia to have Dr. Kusei living here in Australia with us. So let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
At this juncture, we've come to the end of this episode of Community Talks, and I hope you all have enjoyed yourself and you've learned a little bit of something from Mr. Franco, Miss Carito, and Dr. Kusei. So I want you to have a wonderful and splendid evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make my body sweet, where you whine it, you sabi whine it, baby you don't just me, it's your body, no be smart thing, baby you know